premise of what God put down on the planet, not this evil crap that they play, you know. But, you know, it comes a point, push to shove, we got to be David's against the Goliath, and that's what's coming down to. Because what will happen in the next 2 to 3 months, you're going to see so many people reported dead from this. The pigs will fly, as George Bush calls it. The pigs will fly was the words out of this fuck's mouth. He's a fuck. He's an enemy of the United States of America. George W. and George Herbert Walker Bush. They're both enemies, and I have the right to call them what they are. They're fucks. They're evil.
We're going to run a short break, and we'll be right back with the Tom Heneghan and Stu Webb Intel Hour. So please stand by. Thank you for tuning in to Freedom Fighters for America Radio. This is the Tom Heneghan Stu Webb Intel Hour, and we're speaking right now with Mr. Stu Webb. Go back, Stu.
Well, anyway, what we have been discussing is there's got to be justice brought to American rule of law, and what we have to do is do what the Constitution says, and we just shouldn't go. We need to set up right now. The American people need to be prepared to take these people down for what they're plotting and beginning to happen, which are going to be millions of deaths from this flying. The pigs will fly. George Bush has created boogeyman disease. Senior George Herbert Walker Bush. He needs to be brought to justice along with the others all involved, including Junior. And this what has to happen. And they can't go on any farther because this is an attack on the United States of America, and they need to be stopped. And if our military and our intelligence, these so-called U.S. intelligence, this Homeland Security boys, make it clear to them tonight, do not bring this in this Justice Department and Eric Holder and this Obama stooge, doesn't bring them to justice. There will be justice in America soon. The government knows there's an uprising coming. The magic key number is 26% of unemployment. On the books, some states, South Dakota is reporting 19 to 20% right now. Okay? The uprising is coming. They know, they call it the uprising. They are prepared to send the troops into America. It's going to depend on whether those listening in the military that are active, those that have families in the military that are active, that you educate them now not to turn against the American people and not to follow orders when it comes to martial law in America. Let the UN troops come in here, kill every one of the son of a bitches. Every one of them. They got them on U.S. soil already, destroy them. We have to defend America. We are not under martial law. It's the end of America, period. They've robbed, looted, and destroyed this country. And we have enemies outside now that our military needs to stay concerned with. Okay? We need to get out of Iraq. We need to get out of Afghanistan. We need to protect our own borders. We need to do all those things. But we have an immediate threat. It's the Bushes attacking America with the flying pig flu that they've already done. They need to be arrested, and all those involved in the activation through these radio frequencies, which comes down to probably E-Systems of Dallas, Texas, and that nutcase Admiral Bobby Inman started the thing for the Bushes. They need to be immediately arrested and held for treason and sedition and executed upon conviction. And if it doesn't happen, I guarantee you within this next 6 months, the American people will uprise. And when it happens, it should happen before then. It should be coming down a lot sooner. Where the American people say, we want justice and the rule of law now applied to the Bushes. Or else. And it comes down to prepare for revolution. It's going to happen. The government knows it. I know it. And I'm telling all you tonight that the government is aware that's going to happen. And their plans are to martial law you. That's not going to happen. And there's a lot of people in the military already, and a lot of people in U.S. intelligence that are prepared to shut them down. And when that day happens and you see the military going in, moving in on arresting them, the American people should be prepared. And I say prepared. Get your buddy down the street, next door, your neighbors in particular, the ones you know. Have your revolutionary council. Get your buddies that have been friends for years where, as an example, nobody's going to infiltrate you. Go get your targets. Your targets are, when revolution happens, you go arrest Congressman so-and-so. You go arrest Senator so-and-so. You bring FBI agents under arrest. You bring street cops under arrest. Those that have done something illegal against the American people, you go bring them to justice, judges, prosecutors. That's what revolution's about.
Well, I think it's important to realize that we do have infiltrators also in our own communities with this community-based targeting system.
The Declaration of Independence gave us the authority to do this. Mm-hmm. If they get out of hand, I have it right on the front of my website. We have the power and authority under the Constitution, or it was the Declaration of Independence, which 10 years later actually was signed the Constitution, or they declared Washington to be the capital. Prior to that, it was New York. But right there in the Constitution, it says in Congress, or it's in the Declaration. And this is, I got it up there. It says this is the law and how Americans can change America. It's right in front of my website, stewwebb.com. All Americans' authority to return constitutional rule of law in America. Says in Congress, July the 4th, 1776, unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. But when a long train of abuse and usurpations pursuing inevitably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. And I got the link right to house.gov, Constitution. Read it for yourself. We don't have a rule of law. We do not have rule of law right now in America, and haven't had rule of law when it comes to this Bush-Clinton crime syndicate, Millman stooge, Kissinger's stooge, Rockefeller's stooge, Grace's stooges, these